Hey guys, welcome to lesson number 11 in my No Bowl Guide to Jazz Piano. Today we're talking about blues, fills, and turnarounds, and this is part 3 of our lesson. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Today we're going to be focusing on finishing the blues, fills, and turns head that we started the other day, and I'm also going to show you what it is you should be practicing. All right, so this is measure 9. And remember, if you're just kind of like jumping into this now, be sure to go back to lesson number 10 and you can get the previous measures. So here, this triplet figure, triplet, 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 triplet. All right, so like, it's a great triplet figure to have down. And then there's many different notes within the triplet that you can accent. You can accent the first one, so like, a lot of times I accent that third one. Okay, and I like that because it really kind of propels forward the rhythm. You could accent the middle one. All right, but that one's a little odd to accent. So it'd typically be out of the first triplet or the last triplet. So like, that one's pretty simple. You notice that I'm using my second finger on that D sharp there, okay? So second, third, pinky. Okay, now, moving on, the G7 starts with the same triplet figure, but then does this, does that turn there. So middle finger, pinky, middle, thumb, and then cross over either with your middle finger or your second finger. Okay, so. So we have. And then it goes to your C7 chord. And this is pretty simple because you're just holding that C out. So we have. Now notice on this A7 I kind of anticipated a little bit. Remember, you don't have to play the comping exactly as written. If you're feeling it coming in a little bit sooner, go ahead. Nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's go back to that D minor 7 again. So, and the great idea is just put on the backing track and go ahead and just play with that D minor. Okay, it's moving on to the G7, but that's all right. We can just still stay with that. 2, ready, go. So all I'm doing is moving the D minor 7, right, and then to the G7 chord. Just keep the right hand exactly as is. Just to feel comfortable with that. Nice and loose. Check your posture, your back, right? Make sure you're not like hunched over and really tight. 2, 3, 4. And now let's keep that backing track going, but now let's do this when we get to the G. That's a D minor, G. Okay, so let's slow this down a little bit for you. All right, so again, on the G7, the D minor should be relatively easy for you. Okay, it's not too difficult to play that in the right hand. The rhythm isn't all that challenging. This G7 is a different story. Triplet, triplet. And then here, in case you're wondering, there's really no way of vocalizing that, okay? It's just the kind of thing where you just have to kind of feel that. Now, one thing that helps is if you really try and get to that B flat as your target. Well, actually, I take that back. Get to the C first as your target, and then the B flat is good to get as a target as your downbeat. So you have, so you know that B flat is your downbeat. So if I put my metronome on, 2, 3, I have my metronome on 80 beats a minute right now, okay? Which is not too slow, but it's also not that fast either. So you see how I'm just practicing that one section? I'll take that one little chunk right here, okay? I'll practice that chunk over and over again. So I'm just like forgetting about the first 2 beats here. Forget about them. I'm just practicing the last 2 beats over and over. It doesn't matter to me if it goes with the chord or not. I really don't care about that at this point. All I really care about is just getting that right hand rhythm and fingering together. Now I'll just keep doing the entire measure. Do it with my metronome as well. 2, ready, go. And being careful not to rush into that B flat. Being careful not to do this. Ready, go. So you see how I rushed into that B flat? 2, ready, go. All right, so you see how I rushed into that B flat too fast. It should be this. 2, ready, go. You see here also, you hear the ding for beat 1. I really don't even care about that as well. All I care about is that steady beat. That's it. All right. And then finally, I move on to. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the entire thing for you. I have the music here. I know it's a little bit small, so it might be kind of hard to read. Just to let you know, okay, you can read all this. I'm running this special right now for my Noble Piano membership. You can follow the link below this video, and you can go ahead and get all of the resources and find out all about the special. All right, so let's start from the beginning here. I'm going to play the entire thing. I'll go through it 2 times. Second time. All right, so To practice, what I suggest that you work on is take each one of these chunks, practice it 20 to 40 times on loop using iReal Pro. So again, like how I did the... Right? So that's what it takes to really get these ideas and these licks and these fills and turns and all of that under your fingertips, okay? So, and then practice the entire blues, okay? So like what I just did, do the entire blues form and then practice it along with the backing track. Now, be sure to share your progress. Doesn't matter if it's in April or if you're watching this video a year from now or 2 years from now, that No Bull Facebook group will still be there. Share your progress in there, right? And all I mean is take anything. Like maybe it's just a video of you going, yay, I got it, okay? And that's it. You upload that video to the Facebook group. Why do you do that? Because it keeps you accountable. It also gives you feedback from me and from other students. And then the other thing too is that it's putting art and beauty out there into the world. That's a good thing, right? It gets you more comfortable being in front of camera and performing this. It's only going to make you a stronger player, I guarantee. All right, so to do that, that's the link to the Facebook group. This is where you get the sheet music. You can also, if you're on YouTube, just click below this video. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel as well so that you learn when I come out with new lessons. And then what we're going to be doing is now starting to shift our focus into some other types of blues improvisation, blues jazz improvisation that will be coming up in the next lesson. All right, so I'll see you soon.